Okay, hi Min. Good evening. Okay. Okay, so the body's limits, I can listen for specific information. So we have here in 3A. So, wait me. Okay. So we have here describe and compare the two photos that you have seen here. Okay. What do you think are the similarities and the differences between the activities in A? You consider running and in here in letter B. Which looks more challenging in your opinion? So this is your own opinion because we have here the answer already for this one. So you can give your own opinion, Min. What do you think is the opinion with your own opinion about these two activities shown? Okay, for me, picture B looks more challenging because the climber is alone. And in that high altitude, there is no oxygen. Yeah, very good. I mean, because mostly, okay, so that's the reason why that we have, okay. Okay, so sorry, Min, because we have blackout here. So that's why I don't have lights. So teacher don't have lights. I have blackout here. So I just happened that I have my laptop is still in full charge. So we can see mean that yeah, you are correct in the letter B. Okay, it is more challenging because you can I guess okay, it is cloud already. So expected that this is in a high level. So you can see this one, the person really wearing oxygen. So it is like if you will go up in Mount Everest, it is very uh dangerous to go there. So you need to be in the full blast. You need to be ready with that. Okay, Dana. So here, okay. So in this one we have vocabulary words. Okay. So we have the word dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
Okay, having a had to what to remove in order to preserve it. Okay, desert, it's a large area. The desert has a large area of land that has very little water, mostly in Saudi Arabia. They have a volume of desert. Okay. So here, equipment, the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity. Okay, another, frost bite. Okay,
Frostbite.
frostbite, it's a medical condition in which parts of the body, especially the fingers and the toes, become damaged as a result of extremely cold temperature. Oh, so that we call that frostbite. So mostly, of course, in Vietnam and in the Philippines, we did not experience that because we don't have cold temperature here. So we are Philippines is actually a tropical country, so we don't experience very cold temperature and we don't have snow here. So this one,
Heat.
the heat is the quality of being hot. Very altitude, okay,
Altitude.
height above sea level. So as you can see in picture B, the altitude is too high. Too high. Okay, oxygen. Okay. A
Oxygen.
gas that is present in air and water and it is necessary for people, animals, and plants to live. That's why, as you can see, when we go in the high altitude, we really need to have oxygen. Okay. So here another one is
Humidity.
humidity, the amount of water in the air. Okay, like humid. As you can see that it's very hot and then suddenly it rains. So what you can see or what you can feel in a little bit, it keeps on raining but slowly. So you can feel that the heat under the ground is quite humid. The weather is not good. Okay. Next, we have the word
Survive.
survive, to continue to live or exist. Okay, next is
Fragile.
fragile, broken, easily be broken. Like you will have to send a broken items in the other place. So you will have to put the box. It is fragile. Okay. Next, you have
Fragile.
okay to
Collapse.
collapse, to fall down. Okay, fall down, collapse. The building collapse. Okay. Next is pressure. It's the act of trying to persuade or to force somebody to do something. I am so pressure because they're forcing me to do that. Okay. So when you're pressure, of course, you are not okay in good shape or in good conditions. You are pressure because somebody is trying to push you or somebody is trying to let you to do that when in fact you cannot do that. So you feel pressure of the work, pressure in study, okay, pressure in family. Okay. So another here we have the word luck.
Lack.
Okay, the state of having, not having something or not having enough of something. Another, what's this?
Cosmonaut.
Cosmonaut. Okay. It is again,
Cosmonaut.
is an astronaut from the former Soviet Union. Oh, if you are from the Soviet Union, you are cosmonaut. Okay. Cosmonaut. Okay.
Cosmonaut.
Okay, it's cosmonaut. Next is you have the limit, the greatest or smallest amount of something that is allowed. What is the limit for that? Only 100 pounds, only 100 degrees centigrade. That's the limit. So the boundary. Okay. Next, you mean pass out? Okay, to become unconscious. Oh, I was passed out the last time. I don't know what really happened. So it means pass out. You are unconscious. You don't know what happened. Next, you have the word, okay, cope with collocations to deal some successful with to deal successfully with something difficult. Okay, like you will say, I cope with all the problems I've encountered. Okay, I finished everything, so I cope up with that. So it means you deal it successfully. You are successful with what you are doing. Okay, so here, try to listen. Try to say the numbers and measurements below. Listen and check. Please listen so you can tell the measurement.
Lesson 3C. Exercise 2.
Large numbers. 4,500. 100,000. 250,000. 2.5 million.
Small numbers. 0, 0.6, 0.04, 2.08.
Years. 1,500. 1,535.
Day. Mong skirt.
2,000. 2015. 2150. The 1980s.
Fractions. A half, a third, a quarter, a fifth, a tenth, 3/8, 1 2/3.
Percentages. 50%. 57%.
Ratios and ranges. 2:1, 10:1, aged 18 to 25. From 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds.
Temperature. Minus 40 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius. 5 degrees Celsius. 15 degrees Celsius.
You have to do another. Okay, so this one. You read and listen to the article, complete the article with numbers and measurement. So this one, oh yeah, this one mean. So please read and listen to the article and complete the article with numbers and measurement.
Lesson 3C. Exercise 3.
There are many amazing stories of human survival. But actually, our bodies are very fragile and do not cope well with extremes. Polar explorers can cope with temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius, but only if they keep warm. Most people will collapse if their body temperature drops by only 5 degrees Celsius. And if it drops by 15 degrees Celsius, they'll die. Heat can be just as dangerous. Temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius are safe provided humidity is not above 50%. High altitudes are dangerous too. We pass out when the pressure falls below 57% of normal atmospheric pressure. This happens at about 4,500 meters. Climbers can go higher because their bodies gradually get used to it. But no one survives for long at 8,000 meters. At high altitudes, lack of oxygen is another problem. At ground level, about a fifth of the air is oxygen. If that falls below a tenth, we die.
Okay, one more Min. Please listen.
Lesson 3C. Exercise 3.
There are many amazing stories of human survival. But actually, our bodies are very fragile and do not cope well with extremes. Polar explorers can cope with temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius, but only if they keep warm. Most people will collapse if their body temperature drops by only 5 degrees Celsius. And if it drops by 15 degrees Celsius, they'll die. Heat can be just as dangerous. Temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius are safe provided humidity is not above 50%. High altitudes are dangerous too. We pass out when the pressure falls below 57% of normal atmospheric pressure. This happens at about 4,500 meters. Climbers can go higher because their bodies gradually get used to it. But no one survives for long at 8,000 meters. At high altitudes, lack of oxygen is another problem. At ground level, about a fifth of the air is oxygen. If that falls below a tenth, we die.